Hi guys, I'm Sabrina and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my unpopular makeup opinions. I saw this YouTuber do it. I forget her exact handle, so I'll just put a picture of her channel here. And it was so fun because I feel like people a lot of times get caught up in what's popular on YouTube, but you don't always have to agree with every trend, and there are a lot of trends and makeup techniques that just don't work for me and just aren't my favorite. So to start, we're going to start with blush. I do not like the blush on the nose trend. It's really popular right now where people will put like some blush like right here and be like, cute. But like, to me, I'm like, why do you want to look red there? And to me, it kind of just looks like you're sick or that you're cold. But maybe that's because like I'm very pale, and when I literally walk into the cold in 5 seconds, my nose is super red. And I have a lot of redness on my face to start, so you kind of use makeup to combat that redness, so in my mind it doesn't make sense to like add that redness back to my nose that I just took away, so that's definitely part of it. But I don't know, the look to me just kind of looks like you're cold or like sick, and I don't know, I just don't really like blush on the nose. My second unpopular makeup opinion isn't even as unpopular anymore, but I used to be like the only one I could find basically who liked cool tones. I definitely like warm tones, but once again, I think it's because my skin is so pale. Like doing a really orange, super warm eye can sometimes look kind of stark on me. Like it looks like, whoa. Where on people who are really tan, it looks so beautiful and you're just like, whoa. And then, I don't know, like, I feel like I'm liking it more. I used to hate warm tones and like I would not buy warm tone palettes, but I'm definitely getting back into them. It's kind of funny because I almost feel like as people are leaning away from warm tones and going more towards neutrals, I'm like leaving neutral cool and going more towards warm, which is funny. Yeah, I've always loved cool tones. I've always loved them. I think they look so good. I don't get where this whole like hating cool tone thing came from. My third unpopular makeup opinion is I still use my Jaclyn Hill lipsticks. I currently don't have any with me because mine are at school. I mentioned in a previous video that I'm in college and we had to evacuate, obviously, because of COVID. So my school has not shipped me all of my stuff yet. I don't think they're dangerous. I mean, I don't want to get on here and tell everyone like, go use your lipsticks and then have someone like actually get hurt. But use them at your own risk, caution, you know. I don't know, like I was never afraid to use them. Mine are fine. Like, mine definitely have some odd things about them, like some hair is a little bit rough, but like the color is so pretty and the formula is actually so good. Like, I really wanted to relaunch them because the formula is amazing. It's so creamy. It kind of reminds me of my Tom Ford lipsticks. That's like the formula in my mind that I can compare it to, and I really want to release them because I loved the colors and I loved the formula. So I still use mine, and I mean, nothing's happened to me yet. We'll see, but yeah, I still use mine and I think they're fine. Another unpopular makeup opinion I have is I don't like baking on me. On other people, like, it looks fine, but I already have such dry skin that I don't need to add so much more powder to it. But I feel like the biggest reason I don't like baking is because I'm so pale, it doesn't make a difference. Like, on a lot of people, they'll highlight with concealer and then bake and it leaves this like stark white, bright. I'm already stark white. I think I look a little bit tanner because it's the summer, I've been outside a ton, but like my natural skin color is so pale, and I mean, this is my natural, like I didn't put a fake tan on, but you know what I mean. My normal skin tone is so pale that baking does nothing. It doesn't do anything because I'm already that color it's trying to get me to. So I don't know, I don't like baking. It doesn't do anything for me because I'm so pale, and then it just makes me more dry, so I don't even get the benefit of it. I was just adding more powder to add more powder. I don't like it. Another one I have is that I don't like concealer as eyeshadow primer. What? I know! I feel like that's all you ever see anyone use is concealer as eyeshadow primer, and I did it for years. I did it for so long. If you go back on my channel, I'm using it. I'm doing what everyone else did. But as I've tried eyeshadow primers, they work so much better for me. Like, I have oily lids, even though I'm dry. So my eyeshadow does crease on me, and with concealer, I would normally use my Tarte Shape Tape, and it creases so fast. The only thing it works for is it does cover all of my veins and redness, so I feel like if you're using primer just for that, that's okay, but I use primer to help the longevity of my eyeshadow, and concealer just doesn't cut it for me. So I now use actual eyeshadow primer. My favorite one is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Enigma. Another one I have is I don't like the look of overlining your lips. Like, on some people it looks really pretty. Like, I bet every single celebrity on the red carpet has it and you can't even tell because the makeup's so good. But like, really obvious overlining to me, it just doesn't create the illusion. I know a lot of YouTubers and makeup people, and just regular people, I don't know why I'm saying YouTubers, think that overlining makes them look bigger. And like, in theory it does, but I can always tell it's overlined. Like, I rarely look at someone and I'm like, wow, your lips are really big, when I can tell they're overlined. Like, normally I'm like, wow, she really overlined a lot. It's something like on an Instagram picture I'll see and I'll be like, why is your liner up there? It's never been something that the illusion has worked. Another one that I have is that I really like light coverage concealers. I feel like everyone on YouTube only likes high coverage or like medium to high, and you never really hear people talk about light coverage. And I know when I say YouTube, that's like obviously a huge community. I'm meaning like the main people who you're seeing all the time. I'm sure there are people talking about light coverage concealers. Even YouTubers who like lighter coverage still like a medium to full concealer. Like, I don't see a lot of YouTubers who are like, oh my god, light coverage concealer, yes please, but I personally love it because on a day-to-day basis, I don't wear foundation, I only wear concealer. So I don't want, that's like kind of embarrassing. When I was in high school, in like my earlier years in high school, I'm in college now, I used to use only Tarte Shape Tape on my face. So I would go into school and I wouldn't wear foundation. I would just use concealer, which is still what I do now. But I would use Tarte Shape Tape, which is a super full coverage concealer. And it didn't look awful. But sometimes I look back at the pictures and I'm like, you can just so see that I have like coverage here and nowhere else. Like, it just looks kind of weird. It didn't look like awful, but it just, you could tell. At least I could tell. So now what I do is I use a lighter coverage concealer on days that I'm not wearing a foundation so that it blends into my skin better and doesn't look so stark. Like, oh, normal skin and then coverage. I don't want it to look like that. And my second to last unpopular makeup opinion is that I don't like ombre lips. Well, I don't like obvious ombre lips. It just isn't for me. I just don't like the look of it that much. I much prefer just like a wash of color on the lips, or like, I love lining the lips, but like blending it. Like blending it, and not even just blending, but picking a lip liner that actually matches the lipstick. Like, you can be a little bit darker than the lipstick obviously, but like at least close. Like, I don't like when lips are just so stark that like the liner is so different than the lipstick. It just throws it all off to me. And my last unpopular makeup opinion is, I think, the most unpopular opinion that I have that's on this list, because I have never seen a single person with this opinion. I hate taking off my eyelashes. I know. What is wrong with me? Am I a psychopath? Who knows? It hurts! Like, everyone is always like in videos or just in real life, like my friends will just take it off and be like, ah, that feels so good. Which, like, yeah, like feeling the lightness once it's already off. But taking them off hurts so much. I don't know if, maybe it's because my glue is too sticky. Like, maybe it shouldn't hurt, you know? I use the House of Lashes lash glue that is so amazing, it lasts forever, but maybe it's like too sticky, and maybe that's why. Like, maybe my lashes, maybe this is an unpopular makeup opinion that I shouldn't have as an opinion. Like, maybe I'm just doing something wrong. It hurts. Like, when I rip it off, I feel like I'm peeling my skin off, and it hurts. I hate taking them off. This is not something I look forward to at the end of the day, that a lot of people do, and a lot of people feel it so relieving. I think it's painful and I don't like it. Anyway, those were all of my unpopular makeup opinions. I want to know yours. Please comment them and we'll see if we have the same opinion. These are all that I could think of at the moment, but yeah, please don't hate me about the eyelash thing or about any of these trends. Obviously, there are always people who can pull them off and such talented makeup artists who can, but I just can't. I just can't do it. These trends just don't work for me, so I thought I would let you know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!